Hello, hello. Random stream for the day. I just got back from a gig, um, early morning gig, and am very happy to be home. Um, Running on about 3 hours of sleep. So normally I'd be at church at this time, but I got home a little bit later, so I wasn't able to attend. But just hanging out for a little bit. I've got to hit the road again, probably around 12:45 ish. But I'm gonna have to eat lunch of some kind before. Um, yeah. So anyway, hope everybody's doing okay. Um, Again, I'm just kind of hanging out. Not much going on. Thought I'd see who's out there. Um, yeah. So let me know what you're doing. Like I said, I had a gig this morning and I was up. Oh, excuse me. I was up at about 5 this morning, but again, I'm only running on about 3 hours of sleep. Um, so I will be feeling that here probably around 2 or 3 o'clock. But anyway, hope everybody is safe from Hurricane Helene. I know a lot of my friends in North Carolina really were hit hard, but I think they're all okay. But I've seen some pretty nasty videos of damage down there, and I hate it. I love the Asheville, North Carolina area, which is where a lot of this happened. And, I've got friends that are without power, big trees that have fallen, no internet. So, like, phones are, you know, not great at the moment. So, praying for everybody that is in the Carolinas as well as the other locations that were affected. Again, we're kind of getting some more remnants today up here in Southwest Virginia. Lots of humidity, lots of rain. No wind today, thankfully, but lots of rain. I wish I could say that there was no rain, like Blind Lemon. Was that right? Blind Melon. That's what it was from the 90s. But yeah, just doing my thing here. Again, no agenda. I haven't gone live. This is, I think, the second time I've ever done it on StreamYard. So that's been kind of interesting to do. The last couple of times that I've tried it, I'm still kind of playing around with it a little bit to see how everything goes with that. But yeah, just again doing whatever. Brenley, what's going on? It has been a minute. Hope you're doing okay. Yeah, it's football day here in the States. Around this time of day, people are getting ready for football. Around 1 o'clock my time, that will kick in. It's about 11:15 now, so still no games on. I don't think there were any international games this weekend. There might have been. I don't keep up with it hardly at all anymore, other than fantasy football. But yeah, my Patriots seem to be having a growing year with head coach Gerard Mayo. Oh yeah, I can do this. Hey Sam. I've done a couple. I did a guitar stream. Probably Wednesday, Thursday this week, something like that. It was very brief, but I was kind of practicing for the gig that I had this morning, and Yeah, I don't do a lot of the guitar streams. I'm just short on time. I mean, I'm most evenings you know, I'm busy with I'm in a band that practices on Tuesday nights. Um, I'm usually at my parents' house once a week to have a meal with them. And yeah, my girlfriend is long distance, so she's obviously priority with any kind of after work time that I have. And yeah, it's life's busy. New job, all the stuff that takes up time. All good, but it takes up time. But yeah, and usually, the streams aren't pre-planned. It's kind of just like, yeah, I feel like I need to play. I might as well do it and get some feedback or just talk to people because it gets lonely up here. It gets lonely up here at the top, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so I appreciate you seeing the notifications and thinking about it. And again, I know everybody's life is busy, um, especially on YouTube. It's different because we're everybody's in their own time zone. There's global time zones, and uh, yeah, it's just very, very hard to catch what everybody's doing. So let's see, 4 classes. Yeah, how many more years do you have? Because you're in college, right? I don't. I wish I watched Ski Lodge. I don't watch Steve's channel for Ski Lodge because again, Tuesdays I'm usually at band, and we're on the phone. So yeah, you might be getting a lot of this. Like I said, I'm running on 3 hours of sleep. Um, Phew, might have to put in another Mountain Dew. I had a Starbucks Frappuccino on the way back home after the gig, and uh, I probably needed to do like a triple shot of espresso or something in it. Um, yeah, because I am going to be quite sleepy. But again, it was worth it. I got paid. It was a good paycheck for again playing. So the gig that I played was interesting. Today, I've never done this before. I played at uh, Virginia Tech, big Division I university. It's about 45, 50 minutes from my apartment. And every September they have a marathon. Um, let's see, music production. That's awesome. You'll get there. Getting ready for work. Recently bought. Oh, very cool. Piano guys are good. But hello, Catherine. Um, but it's essentially this. It's a marathon. It's a half marathon and a 5K. So you can do whichever, you sign up for whatever. And on the trail, it's like a greenway, bicycle trail, running trail, walking trail. They have stations set up. They have water stations, first aid, and then there are music stations along the way. And so I was one of the musicians on the trail, and um, so it was weird because I get there at 7:30. Well, I'm supposed to start at 7:30, and you know because I'm on mile 6 of the whole marathon, I've got to wait another like half hour. So it's a little bit after 8 o'clock before the lead runner um, shows up, and he's booking it. And so then there's like a little bit of space between like the next round, and then you go through a couple of different cycles of people, and then like a bunch of people are coming through at the same time. But it was only 1,600 people that were on the race, and a lot of them, I mean, they're obviously like they're on a mission. They're running. They're walking for time, whatever it might be. And so like I'm just playing guitar, and obviously like a lot of the guitar songs that I play are not upbeat. So like I was trying to go through and find the ones that are the most upbeat songs that I play, so that they have motivation to run. And you play for these people, they hear about 5 seconds of what you're playing, then you're playing for the next group of people. So like in total, I might have played 10 songs which is fascinating to do. Um, but then you go through a spell of 10 minutes and you don't see anybody. And the contract had me there from 7:30 until 11. Well, I was done at like a quarter to 10. So I got paid for less than 2 hours. So I started at 8 essentially. I mean, I was there, it's like obviously like I drove a good bit. So there were other things that I was paid for, but in terms of the actual playing, um, I played from 8 until about 9:30 and, had a pretty good payday with it. So it was definitely worth it. Um, Again, I was kind of questioning the rain, wasn't sure. Excuse me. Uh, wasn't sure if the rain was going to hit me or not. I did have a tent in the back of my car in case, but it's just now getting here. So I was scot free from the you know hazardous weather conditions outside. So um, the thing is here in Virginia, it's so humid. I mean, it's humid all the time, and so like again, I woke up at 5, like snooze my alarm, so I was out of bed like at 5:25, and again went to bed like at 2, because I couldn't sleep. I was tossing and turning, worried about the weather, and um, got up and showered and did my packing that I needed to do. And when I went outside to put some stuff in my car, again, it's like 5:45. I'm like, okay, it's gonna feel like a nice fall day outside. No, temperature said 69. Humidity probably made it felt more like 80. But it was like thick air. It was that, it's the tropic air that's coming through with the hurricane. And so was just stuck with having to deal with humidity, which I'm so sorry. This might be a short stream. Um, but yeah, I mean, just being stuck with, tuning guitar strings, the whole time because the guitar does not like humidity. And so the guitar strings for most of the day just sounded terrible. I thought, I mean, the people running didn't know, but I thought the guitar strings sounded terrible. And they're brand new strings. I just put these strings on Friday, and they've been giving me trouble since I put them on. And yeah, have not been a fan. Brentley, where in Virginia were you? Where are you now? Where are you now? That's not a creepy question. Where are you now? And where were you in Virginia? Because yeah, our humidity all over the state. I mean, my family and I vacation in Williamsburg, often on the coast, and Williamsburg, Richmond, Virginia Beach, Newport News, Norfolk, just like thick, hot summers, and I just I dread going when it's like the temperatures are listed as the temperatures are listed as like 95 degrees, and yeah, so very 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 humid. Not a fan of the humidity. I am ready for fall to be completely here. However, it is not. Oh, you're outside of Winchester. Okay. Um yeah, um so yeah, right. Um Winchester Winchester is about an hour north of where I went to college, in the Shenandoah Valley, like the Harrisonburg area, if you remember where that is, Brinley. Um, I did it in my sophomore year of college. I was taking a history class, and we took a trip up to the Winchester Civil War battlefield, and had a really good historian teaching that particular day. And Yeah, that's where uh I think Robert Duvall owns property in Winchester, some of his horse property, I think. But I think he also lives in I think he lives closer to like Hopewell now, closer to Richmond. Um, yeah, Harrisonburg is where Old Crow Medicine Show started. If you know Old Crow, I should be going through these. It's just the two of us. Um, yeah, Old Crow Medicine Show. The string band, bluegrass band, had their start in Harrisonburg, Virginia. Critter Fuquay and Ket Secor both started out playing at a breakfast place called the Little Grill Collective. It was like a vegan breakfast place. It's still there, but they would play like open mics, and like there was like a tiny little postage stamp of a stage in the corner, and they would play the tunes, that sort of thing. And then they ended up going to they went to Nashville to kind of get their feet wet, and they were busking on the street corner, and Doc Watson, like one of his sons or something, uh, heard them busking, and he went and told his dad. He's like, "Hey, you've got to go check out these guys on the corner." And so he brought Doc Watson out there, and they essentially like were given Doc Watson's like seal of approval for the record label. And then they put out that first album, which had Wagon Wheel on it, which is the big hit. Darius Rucker did it. Um, you know, take that as you will. But yeah, that was a long story to tell you. That Old Crow Medicine Show from Harrisonburg. um, I forget that her grave is there. Patsy Cline. Hey, Kev. Yeah, Warren Haynes. His brother owns a record store down there called Records in the Rad, I believe. I think that's what it's called. Let me see. Yeah, Records in the Rad. It's on the river. I wonder if they got canceled. By canceled, I mean, I wonder if they closed. I'm looking now. I should like their page. Yeah, Asheville got bad. Like I said, there's a lot of Kev. Are you? Kev might be watching behind. I'm not sure if you're watching live or not, Kev. Let me know if you can hear me right now, or if you're watching this on the playback. Anyway, yeah. Oh, good deal. It can because sometimes people will jump in and it's like it's already started, and because you were mentioning the storm, I know I mentioned that at the beginning, so I wasn't sure if you were watching it from the beginning or not. But yeah, there's a bunch of people that are down there that are really, really hit hard. So praying for them. I know that there's already been some casualties or so, 50 something people, I think, that are missing or have lost their lives. That was the last I checked earlier this morning. But anyway, hope everybody is safe out there. If anybody's watching this on the playback or not. Yeah, Brinley, I think more than likely it is power, because my best friend, he and his wife live down there, and he is very good at responding. And I know she had posted like on Instagram the other day, like the street that leads into the neighborhood was underwater. So my guess is that they don't have any power, and that's what I'm gonna have to go with. I I've got another friend who lives outside of Asheville by about 20 minutes. Um, but I think it's like how Asheville is made into essentially like, it's hills. Asheville is full of hills. So I'm sure that water when it's rushing down those streets is rough. Um, yeah, again, I was watching videos earlier, and some of that stuff was really, really taking a hit. Um, yeah, I hate that for everybody that's been um, affected by that. Yeah. Anyway, uh, is anybody listening to anything good? Is there any um, new music that you're excited about? Anything coming out this Friday? I know we're probably getting to that point of the year where new releases are probably being a little bit slower. We got the Christmas season coming up, and yeah. So, um, any concerts or anything from anybody coming up? Yeah, I what I really want in terms of the reissues, um, that Bob Dylan box set that came out, uh, you can't find it anywhere. And it's kind of frustrating because I really want it. Yeah, so I got it's the Bob Dylan Live 1974 complete live recordings, and I am very frustrated that it is not available anywhere of note. Um, I just really want it. Um, yeah, it's hard to find. And okay, David Gilmour. Yeah, I've heard that's very good. I've seen clips of him playing live, and he still sounds pretty good. Um, he still pretty much sounds like David Gilmour. There's a lot to be said for him. Very nice. I hope you get to see them. As you know, I'm a big fan, and I saw them in May, and I want to see them again in Richmond later this winter. They're going to be here, I think, December. I think it might be late fall, it might be November. Yeah, what did you think, Catherine? I went to that as well. I know they're showing it again today at my local theater. I think it was a 2-day showing. I thought it was one day when I saw it, but I didn't realize they were showing it a second day as well. The one hand clapping docu concert, whatever you want to call it. It's not really a documentary. It's just Paul McCartney and Wings playing in the studio with the goofy Jeff Britton on the drums wearing like a karate outfit. It was something else. Yeah, I went to Barnes and Noble after the movie to go see if they had it, and they did. But I was like, $28 or $24 for 2 CDs. I'm like, it's a little steep for something I probably won't listen to that much. Yeah, that Dylan set is, I mean, because again, I'm a Dylan completist, so I've got to have it. Um, and there's a website called Sounds Like Vinyl. Has anybody heard of Sounds Like Vinyl? Is that reputable? They're selling it for 107 right now, but Amazon doesn't have it. Um, can you hear me? Let's see. Let me stop the camera. Looks like I froze. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. All right. My screen's frozen. My internet's been on and off, so I might just be heading out. But thank y'all for tuning in. Sorry about that. Not sure why that's the case. But anyway, we will talk to y'all later. Bye.